Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.8 on May 28th, and OpenAI released GPT 5.5 about a month earlier on April 23rd. Both are currently among the latest AI models with strong reasoning, coding, and agentic capabilities. So I thought, let's test both models and see which one is actually better. I'm going to test both models in 3 stages. First, we'll create a PowerPoint presentation to test reasoning and research. Second, we'll create a SaaS application to test coding, architecture, and UI/UX design. And third, we'll create a game to test creativity, coding, and problem solving. Before we start, let's look at the pricing, because that's also an important factor. GPT costs $5 per million input tokens, and Claude also costs $5 per million input tokens. For output tokens, GPT costs $30 per million tokens, while Claude costs $25 per million tokens. So GPT is around 20% more expensive than Claude. But let's see whether it's actually more powerful or not. Before we begin, if you want to start an animation YouTube channel like Zach D Films or Fern, you can use snaplama.com. You can create multiple animations in minutes using ready-made templates. I'll add the link in the description, so don't forget to check it out. Now let's start. First, we're going to create a PowerPoint presentation on the topic, how a solo founder can build a $1 million SaaS business in 2026. Let's paste the prompt into both ChatGPT and Claude. I'm selecting GPT 5.5 and Claude Opus 4.8. Let's hit enter. GPT immediately started analyzing. Claude also started researching. And after just 30 seconds, GPT generated our presentation, which was honestly shocking considering how little time it took. I'll review both presentations together, so let's wait for Claude. And after around 8 minutes, Claude finished generating its presentation. Now let's review them. First, ChatGPT. As you can see, it looks very simple. It mostly added text to slides, and some of the content isn't even properly aligned. Let's quickly go through all the slides. Most of them have the same design, just text. No roadmap, no charts, no visual explanations, nothing particularly interesting. Honestly, I expected more from GPT. Now let's review Claude. As you can see, it looks much better. The design layout, colors, typography, and overall presentation quality look really good. Let's scroll through it. It added detailed explanations on how a solo founder can build a $1 million SaaS business. You can see charts, graphs, data points, and a complete roadmap. Here's a milestone chart. Everything looks polished, professional, and presentation ready. You could actually present this to an audience without making many changes. So I think we already know who won this round. Claude wins round 1. Now let's move on to round 2. We're going to build a personal finance dashboard where users can track expenses and income, create budgets, manage categories, set savings goals, add recurring transactions, view charts and analytics, enable dark mode, and store everything locally. Let's paste the prompt into GPT first. I'm using Codex for this test so we can get better coding results. This time we'll test one model at a time. After about 10 minutes, GPT finished creating our application. Here's a screenshot of the dashboard. Let's check the code. It generated a total of 1,854 lines of code. Let's open it in Chrome. So here you can see the complete dashboard. It actually looks really good. The UI is clean and modern. We have expense tracking, income tracking, net cash flow, savings rate, charts, graphs, and recent transactions. Let's check the other pages. We have transactions, budget, recurring, savings goals, and analytics. Here's the dark mode feature. Whoa, it actually looks pretty good, although I personally prefer the light mode. Now let's test some functionality. I'll add a salary transaction. It's definitely not my real salary, by the way. It's just for the video. And you can see the dashboard data updates instantly. Let's add more information. I'll create a Disneyland savings goal. I'll set an entertainment budget on the budget page. And let's add a Netflix subscription to recurring payments. Everything updates correctly on the dashboard, which means the app is functioning properly. Overall, GPT did a really good job. Now let's test Claude. Let's paste the same prompt. Select Claude Opus 4.8 and start. Claude completed the app in about 8 minutes, which is slightly faster than GPT. It generated a total of 1,646 lines of code. Let's open it. Here's the dashboard. At first glance, it looks somewhat similar to GPT's version, but I think the charts and graphs look better. It also added emojis throughout the interface, which I personally don't like, but that's just a preference. Let's check the other pages. The transactions page looks clean. The savings page actually looks better than GPT's version. The categories page is also very clean, with nicely organized category management. The analytics page looks polished as well. Now let's add some data. I'll create an expense transaction. The dashboard updates correctly. Let's create a savings goal. Interesting, we can even choose custom icons and colors. That looks nice. Overall, Claude also did a great job. For me, both models performed almost equally in this round. So round 2 is a tie. And now we move to the final round that will decide everything. We're going to create a Candy Crush style game. This will allow us to test animations, controls, visuals, game mechanics, and overall gameplay quality. Let's start with GPT. After about 8 minutes, GPT finished creating the game. It generated 1,312 lines of code. Let's open it and play. First impression? Pretty good. The candies look colorful and very similar to Candy Crush. You can see the game UI here, including score, level, moves, and other game information. Let's play a few rounds. Overall, it did a great job. The movement feels smooth. The combo system works correctly. Special candies work properly. Sound effects are also present, although I accidentally forgot to record them. Now let's test Claude. We'll paste the same prompt and start. Claude also has an in-browser development environment similar to GPT. It first created a blueprint for the project, which was interesting. After about 6 minutes, the game was ready. Here's the screenshot. Let's open it and play. The main menu looks good. There's even a how to play guide. Let's enter the game. The UI looks clean and polished. The animations are smooth. The controls work well. The matching patterns are good. However, it doesn't really feel like Candy Crush. GPT's version looked much closer to the actual Candy Crush experience. Because of that, I think GPT wins this round. So in the end, Claude won round 1, GPT won round 3, and round 2 was a tie. That means the final result is extremely close. Now I want to hear your opinion. Which model do you think performed better? Many of you may disagree with my ratings, and that's completely fine. Comment below which model you liked the most and why. I'll also add all the project links in the description so you can try everything yourself. And don't forget to check out snapllama.com if you're interested in creating animation-based YouTube content. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye, take care.